Yeah, that's a 2020 Honda Accord right there. And the reason why you see the bumper is off is because I did a diagnostic on it, because it actually have all the lights on to the dash like what all them doing. I see it on YouTube. But this one was, the problem was so freaking unique that I couldn't believe, you know. I end up finding it anyway. It took me a minute, but I still find it. After I changed the injectors and the plugs out of it, the injectors, them, I was getting a code for those. So I end up changing those out of it, you know, changing injectors out because they was blocked up anyway. So I changed them out, even though it's a 2020, but people, you know, using regular gas, and it's a direct injection. It's a 1.6, I think. You know, it's a small motor for the size of the car. This one got a bigger motor in it than this one, because this is a 2.4 and this is a fucking 1.6. Anyway, the problem it got, right, it got all the lights on to the dash. It was giving me a misfire and all cylinders. So I changed all the plugs and it's still doing the same thing. Then I changed the injectors and then it, you know, stopped giving me the misfire after. Then, after I did that, I go drive it, wish I hear a hissing sound, you know, like it's sucking air or losing air somewhere. I couldn't find it, so I was like looking around. I couldn't find it. I was wondering, so the light come back on. But this time when I scans it, it telling me about the mass airflow sensor. So, you know, that kind of tell me that, you know, either it's sucking air somewhere or something, because I know the sensor is good. I ain't even got to check it, you know, after that. So, and this is what I found. I found a hole right in the intercooler. So I end up put some JB Well on it, because the customer ain't really got no money like that. So I find a, you know, a nice size hole in the plastic portion of it. It's the plastic part right here. So I don't know the hole get in it, but it got a hole in it. And it was sucking down there. I ended up finding it yesterday, but the only time you can hear it, it gotta be driving. So what I did, I put it in gear, put my foot on the brakes, and pull the emergency up, you know, so the car don't get out of control, just in case your foot slide off the brake. So, you know, and then I saw listening, and it sounded like it was coming from over here. So, you know, I get my flashlight, I start looking, you know, I end up looking, you know, between the engine and right here, and saw that it got something right there. So I say, you know what, it looked like it's a hole. So I start looking real good, and sure enough, it's a fucking hole in the intercooler. Yeah, I don't know if that's what lead up to make the car start misfiring, and then the injectors, you know, they were clogged up too because of bad gas. But it's a 2020. It's not an old car. It's just a 2-year-old car. But once you're using what they call it, 87 instead of 90, yeah, so 87 instead of 90. It's a brand new car. Yeah, my car is older, and I ain't got no problems with it. Yeah, it's a K24 inside of mine. Yeah, K24 inside of mine, and that's the new shit right there. And all they're giving is fucking trouble. Even though every car got their little, you know, variants and stuff like that. But, you know, this one is not just the light. You know, it's also, anytime you see the light come on, I mean, on the dash, it could be anything. You could just, you know, trip something off, and then you start driving and it go back off when all the lights come on to the new Honda Accord. You know, it ain't gonna be necessarily, you know, you gotta reset it, or it could be something else like this right here. And then it lead up to other stuff. Because she says she get up in the morning and start driving it, and that's what happened. Which I don't believe that, you know, because the bumper got several damage to it. You know, so she been in some wreck or some stone get between the grill, you know, because the grill is open, so something can get up in there and probably hit it, you know, and hit that piece out. But, you know, the intercooler is messed up. That's the problem on this one. So all the lights is on to the dash. 2020 Honda Accord.